Hey everybody, welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. We're going back to Drezen after going to Arueshalae's laboratory. We got the mythic powers and stuff. Yeah, we got rank 4 mythic powers, and yeah, we figured out that Arueshalae experimented on a bunch of people, including myself. And there's some sort of weird plan going on. Hopefully I can head them off and fix things before it gets too out of hand. Oh, okay, look at that. Arueshalae just gliding through the floor. Okay, there is an unusual spring in the succubus's step today. Oh yeah, there was. And she has a mysterious smile on her lips that you can't recall seeing before. Oh, Desna, something truly miraculous happened to me, if only you knew. Ah, you're beaming with delight. Yes, I've never been so happy before. I used to, and now I'm... No, wait, this doesn't feel right. Look, Arueshalae takes a few deep breaths, trying to calm down. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have barged in like this. We need to talk one-on-one. I will be waiting for you at the tavern. The succubus runs off without giving you a chance to say another word. Okay, interesting. She's got her own quest, I guess. Elianka. You see a tall old woman with an imperious face and tangled gray hair. She is wearing a simple robe with a decayed hem riddled with small holes. She wears no jewelry but carries herself like a queen. Greetings, Commander. I'm Elianka Camilleri, priestess of Urgathoa, a noblewoman of the immortal principality of Ustalav. I also represent the secret society of the Whispering Way. My lord sent me to congratulate you on your victory. We are impressed by how bravely and openly you practice the art of death in your dominions. The true nobles of Ustalav, those who haven't forgotten the ancient fame of our country, welcome you as an ally and a kindred spirit. In these times, those who dare to openly practice necromancy and its related arts must stand together. Oh, okay. I got necromancer friends. I see. My visit is our first gift to you, a sign of our good intentions. I brought troops with me and talented wizards to help you in the war. We hate the demons as much as you do. We will be glad to see our northern boundaries change from being a constant threat to the home of a good neighbor. I don't pray to Urgathoa. It doesn't matter. What matters is that what you're doing pleases her. Your deeds for the glory of undeath satiate the pallid princess's hunger better than any prayer. Okay, why do I need you here? Our undead warriors will serve you well. They know no fear or fatigue. They are unconditionally loyal and can fight demons just as well as your crusaders can. And I will try to help you with my advice. You don't understand it yet, but your heroic image won't protect you from the attacks of hate mongers who abhor the very thought of necromancy being practiced openly. They will plot behind your back, make attempts on your life, thwart your plans. Our society has been dealing with such intrigues for many years. I will suggest ways to avoid such traps and strengthen yourself. And of course, I will ask Urgathoa to bestow her mercy on your servants, your lands, and your actions. Ah, that's nice. Tell me about yourself. The old woman raised her chin proudly. My name is Elianka Camilleri. I came from a small but ancient Ustalav family. When I received Urgathoa's blessing, I was only 16. At the time, strange people used to come to our forest. They burnt trees. They burnt fires, danced around them, sang in an unknown language, and made merry and feasted on the meat of stags shot illegally in the Camilleri woods. Many people simply went to the woods at night to join the strangers. I was also curious about them. One night, I ran away from the estate and went into the forest. I found them by following the sound of their singing. They were priests of Urgathoa. They enjoyed life skillfully and greedily for death, and always been just over their shoulder. After that, I left home every night to dance with them, sing, copulate, and enjoy eating half-raw bleeding venison. However, it didn't last long. The servants told my father about my trips. Camilleri hunters followed my tracks, caught us at the edge of the forest, and killed everyone, except for me. My strict father spared me. He had me sent to an asylum near Caliphus, where I was kept in restraint, starved, and tortured in other therapeutic ways. After 3 years, I managed to escape. They pursued me, but I made it all the way home. That night, they served lamb at the Camilleri estate. Father liked it baked with herbs and flavorful spices, which is why he didn't notice the bitter tang of poison. They all died. My father, my mother, my 3 brothers, and 6 sisters. I gave them the gift of Urgathoa on death. Everyone except my father. And then I went deep into the forest, built a fire, ate some meat of a fawn I killed, and sang a song. I sang until 2 frightened and intrigued girls, the forester's daughters, found me in my clearing. Okay, cool. Why would I trust you, though? It makes no sense for us to harm you. There are few countries where necromancers take positions of power. We need to stand together to survive. Besides, you are fighting the demons. Our proximity to the world wound has always worried Ustalav. Helping you will allow us to lay the foundation of a strong alliance between us and to eliminate the threat hanging over our lands. Alright, welcome to the war. We are glad to serve you, Commander. Ah, okay, that's great. Necromancy allies. Nice. Oh, Septimus. They're just standing into each other. You have an unexpected guest. Standing in front of you, you see a youth about 18 with dark hair, a high forehead, and a noble face. He is draped in black from head to toe. Greetings, Commander. My name is Septimus. I am a vampire and one of the blood lords of Geb, a country that lies far to the south. I have been given the honor of delivering congratulations to you on your first victory in this war. We are glad to see that in the north and at the other end of the world, a new necromantic power has risen. Geb will be pleased to support you and provide assistance. As a gift and sign of our gratitude, accept the army that I brought. You can consider me your loyal servant and advisor. Oh, geez, everyone's coming in because I guess because of the path that I chose made everyone like me more. Because there's such other necromantic powers in the world. What do I need you for? I have brought a troop of warriors who will bravely fight the demons. They are undead, trained for combat, and all the commanders are vampires, my kind. In life, they were most worthy knights, and it will be an honor for them to serve a just cause. And I, in turn, will help you with advice to the best of my abilities. I will tell you how we have fostered the coexistence of mortals and undead in Geb. I think this information is particularly relevant for you at this time. You look awfully young. How old are you, really? Painful regret seems in the vampire's voice. When I was 18, I took part in a dangerous raid in the Mana Wastes. It's a horrible place, a scar on the body of the world left by the war between Geb and Nex. When I returned from there, my flesh was being eaten away by an unknown magical disease. Becoming a vampire was the only way to survive. Many years have passed since then. I've worked, studied, achieved high status, but my appearance has stayed the same. Okay, you didn't tell me how old he was. How do I know you're not spies? Geb is far away. It makes no sense for us to harm you. On the contrary, we hate demons and respect leaders who don't shy away from the forbidden practices of necromancy. Why would we plot against you? Okay, fine. I welcome you into my army. The vampire takes a gracious bow. I am glad to meet a friend in this austere northern land. I admit we were worried our overture would be misconstrued. I'm glad that you are cautious and unbiased in your judgment. Okay, another one. It's her again. Elianka, the priestess of Urgathoa from Ustalav, bursts into the room. She casts a scathing look at Septimus and looks at you with indignation. You aren't going to let this dirty leech into your house, are you? This vampire will charm you with his magic and then stab you in the back. The thugs from Ustalav got to you before us? Lamentable. I hope you do not heed her advice. There is nothing in her words besides poison and treachery. Necromancy is despised precisely because of people like her and her kin. If we met under different circumstances, I would do the world a favor and dispose of you, priestess. However, out of respect for the commander, I suggest we shed no blood here and make a pact to cease hostilities between us. Elianka is silent for a while, her eyes blazing as she fights to keep her anger in check, and then she hisses through her teeth. A pact. No bloodshed, solely out of respect for the commander. Ah, they respect me. How good. Okay, that's it? Okay, sure. Nice. Let's go to Arueshalae. She wanted to talk to me with something. Hey, Arueshalae. You've never seen Arueshalae looking so happy and inspired. She gives you a wide smile. There you are. Can't wait to share my joy with you. What did you want to tell me? Remember how I told you about Desna leading me into the great path of redemption? I was trying to mock her by corrupting the dreams of mortals, and the great dreamer couldn't tolerate that. She ruined my game and made me spend what seemed like a whole eternity in her realm. I had a lot of time to reflect on my past misdeeds, and when the goddess saw that I had repented, she decided to let me go. I still vividly remember her parting words. And what do you dream about? Okay, the riddle weighed on my mind for many years. Demons do not dream when they sleep. We don't have dreams at all. We have desires, and we act on those desires no matter the cost. How was I supposed to find something to dream about? I've been observing the mortals trying to understand how it all works. Finally, she takes a deep breath and yells joyfully at the top of her lungs, startling every visitor and earning puzzled looks. Hi, I had my very own dream. So many years of hard work, I almost gave up at one point, but here it is, a dream. A real dream of my very own. I wanted to show it to you. You don't mind, do you? Arueshalae offers you her hand. Come, I'll take you to my dream. I can't wait for you to see it. Okay, sure. Give Arueshalae your hand. Take me to your dream. The succubus reaches for your hand with her burning fingers, and the world around you fades as you're carried somewhere far away. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, I can just teleport into someone else's dream? Okay. It is cool and quiet in Arueshalae's dream. The ground is firm beneath your feet, and thin mist curls along the surface. In the soft, eerie light emanating from the invisible stars, you see nothing. As you look around, you see nothing and no one except for you and Arueshalae. Nevertheless, the succubus is beaming with joy. There it is, an actual dream, my very first one. Is this what mortals see every night? Does it look like your own dreams? What do you think? It looks nothing like my dreams. If you say so. Well, it's still a dream after all. Eventually, I will learn to dream. Arueshalae looks around, her smile fades a bit. There's nothing to see here right now. Perhaps I was so keen on the idea of having a dream that I made all my other wishes and urges pale in comparison. Now I have to learn how to dream properly. Arueshalae catches your eye, cocking her head to the side. Tell me, what do you dream about? Ooh, I dream about victory. Yes, the war's still going on and we must win it, of course. Let's dream of our victory together. Suddenly, a pile of dead demons appear before you as if by magic. Look, Arueshalae laughs and claps her hand. Now I have a dream as well. And it's not just something I made up. It's so wonderful sharing a dream with you. Do you like your newfound dreams? They are the most beautiful thing in the world. This world is mine and mine only. It's a bit empty right now, but I'm learning fast. Okay, sure. I'm happy to share this dream with you. A subtle blush touches the demon's pale skin. Mortals have so many different feelings: friendship, loyalty, sympathy, even love. They are all so mysterious and beautiful. But one can't truly learn anything about them alone. And who would dare share their heart's desires with a predator from the abyss who is unable to reciprocate? Well, do not lose hope. One day you'll find someone to teach you how you feel. Thank you. It is hard for me to imagine right now, but I can still hope, or I still can hope. Okay, do you mind me taking a quick look around your dream? Of course, feel free to do whatever you like. That's why I brought you here after all. Interesting, I can observe. The dead demons are staring at you with their dull, glazed eyes. Okay. Oh, interesting. My skeleton is still called an executioner, even though he has cleric powers now, right? Let's look around the dream. It's empty. It's so empty. Okay.
Follow if you dare.
Yeah, it's empty, alright. Let's go back to the material plane. Let's go. Arueshalae touches your hand and the dream world begins to fade away. You open your eyes. It seems that no time passed in the real world while you were in Arueshalae's dream. So, that was my dream. I'm happy I was able to show it to you. Arueshalae looks at you shyly. It's kind of empty right now, but I know how to remedy that. I need to keep learning from mortals, following in their footsteps until I figure out how to forge my own path. Naturally, I won't even think about breaking into someone else's dream, as the goddess surely wouldn't forgive that. Perhaps I should ask the people of the city, what if they won't talk to me at all? The succubus seems lost in her thoughts for a moment. Then she smiles at you again. Is there a chance you could help me out once more? Ask the city's people what they dream about. They are more likely to open up to you than to me, and I will follow you silently. They won't even notice me listening in. Okay, sure. Interesting. I will be watching you. Are you Fi? Yeah, you're Fi, the tavern keeper. I have a question for you, one that might seem strange, but as a commander, I need to know your answer. What do you dream of? Fi doesn't seem at all surprised at the question. Well-being, prosperity, and dwarven whiskey. I once had a taste of the stuff they distill under the mountains. Since then, I've just dreamed of getting a still like the ones they use, but they're secretive and they don't share their inventions. A pity. Okay, sure. See ya. Thanks, Fi. Now, Horgus, Airbeth, okay, a lot of people. Alright, One-Eyed Devil, you're also someone to ask a question of. When I get rich, I'll retire, go to Taldor, buy a villa by the sea from some broke noble, maybe even buy their title. I'll surround myself with such luxuries that even ancient Taldon emperors will envy me from the afterlife, and I'll have a pipe organ in my dining room and have it played while I dine. Oh, and harps and bells. On the corner of your eye, you notice movement, but nothing else. Arueshalae has disguised herself very well to overhear the dreams of the townspeople while remaining unnoticed. Okay, cool. Hey, Orgus, talk to you about dreams. Alright, I have a question. What do you dream of? I am well past my prime. I have seen far too much death to be afraid of dying myself, but I don't want to get old. However, if one has enough money, one can bribe time itself. Take Queen Galfrey. I wish I could afford the magic potion she has been using to stay young for over a century. Oh, okay, fair enough, yeah. Yeah, if you get rich enough, you can stay young in this world. That's true. All right, question for you. What do you dream of? Oh, I haven't been surprised by a strange question for a long time, especially not when beside you I hear the weightless tread of a succubus who has stepped onto the path of redemption. No wonder she wants to know more about mortals and their dreams. Perhaps my dream will disappoint you, child. And I will answer. I have to admit, I suffer from insomnia. Every night, as soon as I lie down, the ghosts of those who remembered and those who had forgotten stand around my bed. The stories I have gathered swarm in my head. My mattress becomes hard like stone, and my pillow ice cold. Maybe if I have a softer bed, I could fall asleep quicker. Although I suppose it's not that. I suppose it's not about the bed. What do you dream of? That is a rather strange question indeed, but if it's in order, I will answer. There's a saying, one can't win a war and keep their gloves white. Yes, I do understand that there isn't much time and energy left for landscaping when you're fighting hordes of demons to death every day, but Abadar knows how I'd love to see Drezen neat and tidy for just one day. No missing cobbles on the street, everything sparkling clean, flower beds blooming, and the lawns trimmed. Glory and order instead of all this filth. You're calling Drezen dirty? What the heck, bro? Okay. Yeah, bud. I have a question for you. What do you dream of? I'd give everything away to see my lovely little girl, Lori, again one last time. Ah, that's so nice. Just wants to see his daughter. Okay. Huh. Anivia, what do you dream of? What else could I desire than I have my Beth? Anivia thinks for a moment, smiling, then looks over your shoulder and gives a cheeky wink. Arueshalae, quit hiding. You put the commander up to this, didn't you? Feeling shy, are we? Fine, I'll act like I never saw you. So, commander, war is no place to be thinking about wants. Needs, yes, not desires. But when the war is over, you mean? Then we'll have a chance to talk about something other than just surviving, to learn something about other than fighting. You know, when I was really little, I would always love to hang around the kitchen. Whenever the cook was getting fresh bread out of the oven, big steaming loaves that smelled so good. Maybe it's stupid, but I keep thinking when the war is over, I'm gonna build a big stone over oven in my house and learn how to bake bread just like that. Ah, that's so nice. That's everyone has such pleasant dreams. What do you dream of, Irbeth? I don't keep secrets from me, Commander. I used to think reclaiming Drezen was a hopeless dream, but now, thanks to you, even winning this war seems possible. Still, the victory is our common cause, the dream of the entire Crusade forces. My personal dream is more modest, putting an end to Baphomet's Templars once and for all, to prevent them from invading our ranks and poisoning the minds of our warriors with their deceit. Rearmament is another thing we'll do well to pursue. Our armor falls into disrepair at an alarming rate, and our warriors' blades are barely sharp enough to pierce the skin of the weakest demons. I understand that Mendev's coffers aren't bottomless, but what if we can't order ready-made weapons? I'd be glad to give half a ton of cold iron. Wait, are we still dreaming? A ton of adamantine or two. That would be enough, for the paladin is busy doing calculations. You barely discern a whisper. The Templars, weapons, adamantine, so many wishes at once. Alright, have to go. Good luck. So that's it, right? Yes, tell Arueshalae about her new dreams. Before I go to Arueshalae, I think I can talk to the Hand of the Inheritor, right? My watch goes on. Greetings, champion. Greetings and thank you for saving my heavenly sister in arms. Targona has returned to us. What joyous, joyous news. Xanthir told me of a demonic barrier hidden beneath Ariomedes' symbol in the center of the city. I encountered a similar demonic barrier in Aureliu Vorlesh's laboratory and was able to breach it. I can open this barrier too, and all you have to do is protect the city from the blast. I'm impressed by your many gifts, champion. Together we shall open the passage to protect the city, and then we shall burn the midnight fane with the cleansing flame of righteousness. But first we must gather our strength. I shall send word to Queen Galfrey. Her help may be necessary when we reach that dark bastion of the abyss. The queen will heed my call and arrive quickly within a month. Within a month, jeez. You must use this time to prepare to attack the fane. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Have to prepare for a month and attack the fane. Okay, sure. Okay, yes. Let's go. May Ariomedes' light be with you. I asked some of the city's people about the dreams. Is this enough for you? Yes, you can't even imagine how many new dreams I have in here now. Let's go. I want to show you everything I've got. The succubus once again takes you by the hand and brings you to the dream. Oh wait, what? I'm going back? Okay, sure. Arueshalae's dream is no longer empty. You revive the discovered avalanche of voices, scents, and images. The smell of Anivia's fresh bread intertwines with the stench of the Templar's fresh blood from her wife's dream. The bells and harp strings produce the sweet melodies the one-eyed devil wished for. The storyteller's luxurious bed makes her eyelids heavy, and the trimmed lawn on which it stands would have filled Arisino's heart with utter joy. You see how many different things are in here. Now I too can dream like any mortal. But none of these dreams are your own. What's the point of collecting other people's reveries? No need to be so harsh. It's my first dream ever. It's a miracle I've been able to have one at all. I would have never collected all these dreams without you. Would you like to take a closer look? Feel free to explore my dream, and do tell me if they look like the things mortals dream about. Maybe you'll give me some hints on how to make them better. Sure. So let's look at these demons. They're dead. Cool. Look at these damn books or musical instruments. They look nice. It's the Hilor's daughter. Okay. Daddy, I'm here. I'm alive. Okay, Ravenous Greater Shadow. Hold on, let me leave that for the end. Okay, nice.
If you dare.
Okay, so there's just yeah, everyone's dream. Nice. There's some dead Templars. Is that whoever killed these Templars did it cleanly and without unnecessary violence. Professional of sparkling adamantine. Okay, what is this? Oh yeah, the bed, elven bed. Nice, soft bed, pavement. Yeah, so beautiful. Let's talk to this Ravenous Greater Shadow, shall we? Hello there. I'm Mickey Mouse. Arueshalae, my venomous butterfly. Well, be careful, Mickey Mouse. Oh, it's not a dream. Where are you, my darling? We used to be as happy as a canopy of stars. Leave me alone. Go away. Let me have a taste of your sweetest venom one last time. Uh-oh. Are we gonna fight? She doesn't have any weapons, though. Jeez. Okay. Oh, that was weird. I have another ability I can, right? Yeah, command undead. Undead fight on your side as opposed to my ally. That sounds cool. I'll try to keep that there. You open your eyes and find Arueshalae looking at you wide-eyed. The demon is breathing heavily, droplets of sweat glitter on your pale face. She does not notice you right away. She is squeezing her palm with her delicate burning fingers, but when she does, she turns red and jerks her head back instantly. I'm sorry, you weren't supposed to see that. I didn't want you to. I didn't even want you to see that myself. Oh, who was that? An old friend from days long gone. That shadow, I wanted to erase him from my memory once and for all. That nickname he gave me, Venomous Butterfly, was the last thing I ever wanted to hear again. I tried to forget about all that, and I almost succeeded, but now he's haunting my newfound dreams. Why? Everything was going so well. Arueshalae shakes her head. This must be what mortals call nightmares, right? And I guess this is another confirmation that I'm now fully exploring the dream world. But will I be brave enough to enter it again, knowing that he's there waiting for me? There are so many things I have to learn. Mortals usually find ways to deal with these nightmares, and so will I. Thank you for your help, and I'm sorry that you had to watch that awful spectacle unfold. Succubus gets to her feet. Now please excuse me, I have some time alone to think about everything I've just seen. Alright, sure. Cool. She just disappears. Okay, nice. Treachery. A worried aide reports that a crime has been committed in the Citadel. A few days ago, the night patrol officer Ikim Chlor did not turn up for guard duty. An unsuccessful search for him ensued. It was then suggested that Chlor had secretly left Drezen deserted. The circumstance of his vanishing demand investigation. Okay, let's investigate him. Alright, buried in rubble, Ikman Chlor's body was found at the walls of Drezen. The nature of the wounds leaves no doubt that he was stabbed by a man, or by someone similar in appearance and build, rather than mauled by a demon. Examination of the corpse and the area has revealed that Chlor turned up to this crime site on his own volition. He then suffered a penetrating wound to the chest, which made him unconscious before being finished off. The attempt at hiding the body seemed negligent. The interrogator concluded the murderer was in no hurry and mastered the appropriate skills, so must have left the body be discovered intentionally. Interesting. Okay. Well, we're in the Zacharias' lair, or my lair actually, the Ziggurat's lair. I'm the master of the Ziggurat, and here I go. Lich spares you in a passive glance. I do hope that you are here with good reason, student. I'm occupied with ruminations on the ritual you and I shall perform together. Yes, give this crystal to Zacharias. I have found that mysterious place of yours. This is what I discovered there. Zacharias scrutinizes the vessel. What a curious item. It was used for magical practices of the highest order. It is my understanding that you are seeing it for the first time. It is linked to you by powerful ties. It is as though someone with great power uses it to spy on you. It will be useful for the ritual, though through it I shall influence your being, making you more receptive to the forces of death. Tossing you an impatient look, Zacharias croaks. However, your soul remains in an unsuitable condition. It is brimming with compassion and kindness. These will imperil any attempt to cross unto undeath. Fortunately for you, my lackadaisical student, I did not overestimate your incompetence, and I have already found a way for you to remedy this problem. A flask filled with a glowing, translucent essence appears in the Lich's cadaverous hand. This is the soul of a dead being. It was stolen and placed within this vessel. I suppose that you do the unthinkable. Use your mythic powers to unmake this soul. Such an act is a violation of all the laws of nature. It is repugnant and criminal, precisely what we will need. By committing the sin, you will have struck your name from the list of mortals that will go before Pharasma in the hopes of receiving our mercy. Who did the soul belong to? Irritation sparks in Zacharias' eyes. An old man, an infant, a maiden. What does it matter? Unmake it and let us be done with this. Alright, sure. Unmake the soul and soul. Let's do it. The essence submits easily to your power and simply ceases to exist. Committing this sacrilege provokes no particular emotion within you, except somewhere in the depths of your soul there is a strange dragging sensation, the sincere, almost childish shame, familiar to anyone who does something very wrong and knows it. But this feeling quickly passes. You perform an action that was evil. My new alignment is lawful evil. Hell yeah. Zacharias' eyes scrutinize you for a few long moments, but then he nods, satisfied. That's better, my student. You have taken the lesson from my words and renounced the false ideals of the light. Perhaps you are not entirely hopeless. Are you prepared to turn me into a lich? Zacharias is clearly irritated. I'm busy. I'm researching the crystal you have brought me. Have some patience. You will be granted immortality much more promptly than I was as it is. Alright, fine. See ya. Go, student. Remember that your mundane concerns as a commander are nothing, right? Okay, sure. Fine. Was the pillar of anything? Nope. That's it. Yeah, okay. So, hold on. Now I am... Okay, yeah, I'm very evil now. Sure. Fine. Good to me. Alright. Lawful evil. Here I go. Yeah.
We do it my way.
Time to go explore the world, I guess, then. Yeah. I should probably do the dragon stuff, right? Yeah, that's what I should do. Let's go. Okay, we're in Terendelev's lair, the good old silver dragon that died in the beginning of the game. When Discari chopped her head off, you know? Good old times. Well, I guess we'll go finish off these damn Baphomet cultists. Okay, get the Baphomet cultists. Donezo. Oh, wait, what? Oh, stop. Please stop. A gold-haired man raises his hand in a calming gesture. This place is an abode of peace and tranquility, a place to heal the soul and the body. It is not a battlefield, please. Who are you? My name is Hal. I'm a healer by my lord, by trade and by calling. This place is my infirmary. The people you've killed were those I nursed to health myself. They had scarcely recovered from their wounds when they fell to your sword. At least spare this young boy. Are you working with the cultists? I am a healer. I save lives. The man looks at you resolutely, and there's a golden gleam in his hazel eyes. The vows I have taken make no distinction about who deserves to live or die. I give aid to all the injured I find in the wound. Human worshippers are often left behind to die, and so it happens that they are most often in need of my help. As a rule, Crusaders have their own healers in every unit, but cultists are not accustomed to looking out for one another. Their masters do not accept weakness. Yes, they are full of fear and anger. No one can dispel their evil feelings. The commander asked you a very specific question. Are you an accomplice of the cultists or not? Instead of giving such a long speech, you could have simply said, yes, I am, and let us decide your fate. Why are you helping the enemy? I have no enemies. The healer clasps his hand to his heart. There is nothing but sorrow and compassion in my soul. Look at this young man. He rushed into battle, seeking to destroy you for the sake of his masters. Yet with that same zeal, he helped me save his friends, and did not leave their side until the danger had passed. This soul has not yet been lost. The battle between good and evil still wages within him, as it does within us all, if you would only listen to one another. Baphomet cultist cleric, I won't listen to this scum. The young man glares at you with an angry, sullen expression. Death to Iomede's lackeys. The healer sighs heavily. If both of you could just set aside your anger and hatred, less blood would be shed. As long as someone is alive, they can still change. Only the dead are lost forever. Okay. Okay. Well, because I'm already evil, there's no point of me taking evil auctions anymore, right? So I'm already evil. Sure, whatever. Spare the cultist. Who knows? Perhaps you're right. Maybe this cultist really can change. The man lowers his head. Thank you for your wise decision. It has gladdened my heart. I wouldn't have let him go, Lan remarks grimly. So, I can go? The boy looks at you with distrust. I want to know. I won't change. I want you to know I won't change. I will remain your enemy, but Lord Baphomet will give me great powers. You are already strong. You do not need to serve demons. When you finally understand this, your soul will find peace. You already possess that which is worth the most, your life. Alright, fine. See ya. Sure. Yeah, well, Mickey Mouse does nice things here and there, okay? The healer turns toward you, his hazel eyes turn to gold, his voice becomes deeper and more majestic. You acted toward the poor boys, Terendelev acted toward you, and Kenabres. When she treated you with no consideration of who you were, or whether you deserved to live, I can feel the touch of her magic upon you, like a last lingering farewell. Oh, interesting. Oh, he's dragon. Interesting. The dragon looks down upon you from above. With every move of his powerful muscles, his golden scales shimmer and shine. Terendelev made the right choice, child, as did you. You were not born a dragon, but the true spirit of dragons within you. It is as strong as in you as it is in her. Trust me, I knew Terendelev well. I am the gold dragon, Arueshalae. It was once my honor to teach the protector of Kenabres. Were you testing me? Life itself was testing you. I merely seized the opportunity to look upon you, the last soul helped Terendelev. We could use a golden dragon crusade. Do us the honor of joining us? Arueshalae shakes his head. Not now, I'm afraid. I have my own responsibilities, the metallic dragons, but I'll watch you from afar. And if I see you are ever in need of a dragon's wisdom, I will not be the only one willing to come to your aid. Oh, I have the spirit of dragon within me. What am I supposed to do? Remember that life is a journey. Some go through it faster, some others slower, but we all reach an end where nothing can be changed. As long as we are alive, so too is the hope of change. While we are living, we can do much good and change the world for the better. I taught this to Terendelev when she was on the brink of despair. She thought that now tarnished, she was doomed to suffering and evil. But I showed her that as long as we are here and not at Pharasma's throne, nothing is lost and no one is lost. Choose the actions that will make the world better, such as the path of Gold Dragon. I know you tried to save Terendelev from corruption. How did you manage to succeed? The dragon closed his eye for a moment. Terendelev, here, she found shelter, fighting the desire to decimate and destroy. I flew here to help her. The sun rose and fell more than once as she poured out all her hatred upon me, all the pain that was tearing her soul apart. Many times we found ourselves at one another's throats, ready to fight. Many times her words wounded me deeply, but in the end I got through to her. I found the right words, and I stayed with her here, in this place of peace and rest, until her soul found healing. Alright, farewell, Arueshalae. I would say, until we meet again, child. Okay, sure. Alright, cool. A happy gold dragon. Alright, fine. Well, everyone else is dead, though. Let's loot them. Okay, I got the, little text thing, little book quest thing. Iridescent streaks appear in the bilious violet sky above the deserted lands. The streaks are not like an ordinary Galarian rainbow. They look more like oil dropped in water. The sweltering haze in the sky seems to waver along with the streaks. Time and again, one of the commander's parties spots some movement out on the corner of their eyes and reaches for the weapon only to immediately realize they were mistaken. The ground underfoot turns a muddy gray, covered in a dense layer of ash, expelled by geysers, a curious natural phenomenon not uncommon in these parts. In the distance, barrows can be seen, appearing only as vague piles of rocks in the haze. The wind whips loudly. The wind whips clouds of ash into the faces of the commander and his party. Along with the ash, the wind ushers in ragged gray clouds that shroud the sky. A giant eye of clouds unblinkingly watches the commander and his party from above. One can only imagine how insignificant the creatures struggling to cross the land must seem. From such a height, in a break in the clouds, the white of the sky's eye pulses ready to burst like a boil. The dark cloud of the pupil grows blacker still. The commander decides to perception. Look at land. Let's perceive. Line observes that in this wind, the ordinary storm clouds cannot coalesce into clear shapes. The air throbs with peril. This is no mere storm. What's brewing is something brought by the abyss and possible only in the wound. Okay, world. Do I have anything? I only have 15. Alright, mobility. Oof. Alright, make for the barrows. The only cover in the middle of the wastes. Yes, let's try it. Uh-oh. That's not good. Ugh. As the party runs for cover, the black people of the Cloud Eye looms watching their flight. Suddenly something drops from the sky, landing with a splat at the commander's feet like an overripe fruit. It is white, about the size of a chestnut. It has a dark center, and the longer the commander stares at it, the more it seems like something is staring back. The fruit looks disturbingly like an eyeball. The whirlwind of ash stops the party from looking up to see what is happening in the sky. Perhaps a carrion bird was transporting its already rotting prize home. At least that's what all the companions are hoping as they cluster around the milky white eyeball. A second eyeball lands nearby with an unpleasant squelch, leaving only a bloody splash on the ash-covered ground. Two eyeballs cannot be a coincidence. The commander does not even have to speak. Without a word, the party wheels around and races towards the barrows that looms black through the ash. The sickening hail pommels them in the back, shoulders, and heads, leaving wet marks on armor and clothing, and soaking their hair in sticky slime. Oh, jeez, more. The land around the barrows looks more like a dumping ground than the burial ground. The storms have bleached skulls and bones, rusted armor, and dented swords. This is a familiar sight. More surprising are the arms and legs of golems scattered around the waste, the once snarling faces of animals that now lack all resemblance to their living brethren, things that look like horse carcasses but with broken mechanical legs. Everything is brown with rust and long forgotten. A battle was fought here once. Through the veil of ash, the party struggles to find the entrance to the barrow. Okay, that's the perception. Lan taps on the rock to test its solidity, trying to find a weak point, a crevice, or a door. Victory smiles on him. The next strike is answered with a ringing of iron. The ash-darkened piece of metal that covers the entrance crumbles under Lan's attack. The mouth of the barrow is cool and smells of damp and dust. More of the ash lies underfoot, pressed into a glossy, slippery crust. It is unclear that the barrow has been constructed above a cave system. The deliberately carved out corridors stretch off into the barrow's depths, leave room for natural passageways. The wind wailing through the stalactite in the dark carries a strange sound, similar to a desperate human cry. Help me, help me. The party strains to hear and decides to lore nature. Sure, find out who the voice belongs to. Let's try it. Go. Damn it. Regio listens intently and concludes that the voice does not belong to any beast or monster he's familiar with. Perhaps it is an illusory sound produced by the wind whispering through the stalactites, but it is also possible that there is someone in there dark crying for help. Let's wait out the rain at the entrance and then leave. The commander proposes staying at the entrance and waiting out the storm. The suggestion appears highly sensible, but doubt remains. Even after the storm passes and the party emerges from their cover, the thought of returning to the mysterious caves will arise more than once or twice. Okay, fine. The storm has long since changed course, and the entrance to the barrow is still yawning darkness. A plaintive voice, help me, can still be heard below the vaults of the cave. The commander decides to come back when the party is ready to face the unknown. Oh, okay, I see. So we do it together. Okay, sure. Okay, Mickey Mouse cannot ignore the cries for help, and the party rushes toward the sound, frequently looking around for enemies or traps. A strange thing, the closer they get to the voice, the less distinct the pleas become, blurring into the grinding screech of a rusty mechanism. The only passage leading further into the barrow finishes in a dead end, a spacious cave, its walls decorated in frescoes that have almost entirely faded over time. Before the companions have a chance to decide whether to look for a door or to turn back, the cave floor, which seemed solid with well-trodden ash, vibrates and begins to ripple like water. One after the other, the commander's companions are sucked into the thick, ashy mass like they have stepped into quicksand. Mobility, athletics, yeah. The party notices fissures in the nearest wall and tries to grab onto the cracks to climb out. The commander's companions hang suspended among the quagmire for a long time, but they cannot move any further. There are no other ledges on the wall to grab onto. Even the strongest party member begins to lose their grip and eventually slide back down. Okay, mobility. The party floats in the quick cache like in water, and manages to slow their sinking with precise measured movements. They maintain their composure, giving them time to think about what to do next. Party needs to assess the situation. The party understands that panicking is pointless. Assessing the situation and formulating a plan of action is much more useful. When they stop struggling, they notice that the quick cache seems to loosen its grip in turn. Below, they can hear strange noises like grinding metal. Could there be a mechanism drawing the quick cache downward? The exit from the cave is still too high up, and now the party have only one route out, down. The party has tried everything it can. The only option left is to accept its fate. Those who wish to speak barely have time to say their goodbyes. Okay? Closing his eyes tight, the commander takes a deep breath and dives. The Quagmire's resistance vanishes as expected. The commander opens his eyes, sensing that he is in free fall. Through the gloom, he sees a spear sticking out parallel to the ground and manages to grab hold of the wood and hang suspended from it. Jeez. I just grab a spear hanging from the wall. Suddenly, everything jolts into action. Dozens of daggers, saws, swords, and spears spring out from all sides, whistling through the air, but there's no enemy ambush. The weapons are being brandished by the pistons and loudly scraping gears of a giant mechanism. The spear that saved the commander was so rusted in its piston that no longer able to move. The party has found itself in the heart of a giant metal flower growing up out of the ashy quagmire covering the floor. The Uranog, built by the forgers of the abyss, tries to close its petals, crushing, mashing, and cutting its victims to pieces, but years of lying dormant in the darkness have taken their toll. Its articulations move with a soul-shuddering screech and become easily jammed. The mummified bodies of unlucky crusaders can still be seen hanging speared or on rusted blades. If the commander wants to avoid their fate, he must, mobility. Try to escape by squeezing between the petals. Yeah. There is still enough of a gap between the petals to squeeze through. Swinging to build up momentum, the commander jumps and successfully grabs onto the piston nearest and the opening. Freedom is within reach, but the piston breaks off, and by some miracle, the commander manages to slow his fall by plunging the broken piece of metal between the moving parts of the petal. The commander is almost out of time. Another few minutes and it will all be over. Realizing that a simple escape is impossible, the commander decides to try jamming the Uranog's main mechanism in the heart of the flower. He looks around for something sturdy and finds, sure, a tower shield on the back of a dead warrior. Why not? As she died, the female warriors tried to hide behind her tower shield, but did not save her. The closing petals pinned her to the shield forevermore, fusing them together as one whole. The commander plants his feet against the shield and pushes, trying to dislodge it, but it doesn't move an inch. Alright, fine. A staff over the shoulder of a dead monk. The body of a monk with a staff in his back looks utterly serene. This person knew what was coming and prepared for death. The Uranog's daggers pierced him from all sides, but in doing so, they held him fast. His enchanted iron staff is untouched by rust, which is a promising sign. The commander tries to reach the staff, but to do this, he needs to grab onto the monk's shoulders and hang from them. It is a risky maneuver, but the ancient mummy retains intact. Even to the touch, the monk's body is flexible and supple, like he is only recently dead. The commander seizes the staff and tosses it into the heart of the Uranog. The staff falls, striking perfectly in the vulnerable spot, with the gears closed together. With a furious screeching and scraping, the Uranog tries to grind up the staff. After a few minutes, the staff breaks, disappearing into the bowels of the mechanism. Of course. The hammer in the hands of the dead paladin. The body of a paladin clutching a warhammer in his hands of bone hangs from one of the Uranog's hammers, pointing directly upward. The commander is lucky that this warrior chose to meet his death with weapon in hand. The commander drags the body toward him and grabs the hammer, but the servant of light's grip is still surprisingly strong and refuses to relinquish the weapon. The bone arms are easily ripped from the skeleton's shoulders, still holding the hammer. The commander tosses the lot into the heart of the Uranog. The hammer falls, sparking off the gears and getting stuck between them. With a furious screeching and scraping, the Uranog tries to grind up the hammer, but it cannot. A tremor travels up the petals. There is a deafening cracking sound, and the Uranog stills forever. After carefully extracting themselves from the clutches of the broken Uranog, the commander and his party find themselves up to their knees in ashy sludge once more, but this time it only harmlessly squelches under their feet as they walk. A dark breach yawns before them, and the cry the commander heard at the entrance of the barrow rises up again. Help me. Since there is no other route, the commander decides to see if there's anything of value for the crusader's body. Yeah, sorry guys, just let it loot you. The commander searches the crusaders' bodies. What the dead no longer need may prove useful to the living. Fortune smiles on him. The party will be leaving the Uranog's cave richer than when it went in. After all its ordeals, the party finally goes up to the surface and emerges in a small chamber. Pipes protrude from a numerous opening dotted all over the walls, and they connect it to a small box adorned with Baphomet symbol. The box cries out, producing high plaintive noises that, when carried through the pipes, begin to sound something like "Help me." The commander knows that this is just another demonic mechanism created to lure crusaders into the barrow. He smashes the box, scattering small bolts and gears across the room. Silence reigns. There are no secrets left in this place now. Oh, okay, there we go. That's the befouled barrows, guys. Okay, look at that person moving. That's Sela. Sela seems to be in a good mood. She smiles at you and then scratches the back of her head, as if suddenly realizing something. I probably shouldn't have come to you officially, like to an audience, but this is the only way to catch you these days. I wanted to ask, would you like to go shopping with me? It's probably not right to distract the Knight Commander with such trifles, but I thought I should drag you out for a walk. We haven't enjoyed a moment's peace since we met. We've either been saving Kenabres or marching on Drezen. Besides, I desperately need advice. I'm going to buy a present, and I know nothing about fancy jewelry. Okay, sure. Who are we going to buy the present for? For Elon and his bride. Oh, right. They got married, even though the ring is gone. After that story at the camp when Curl stole the ring from us and summoned the demons, Elon and I both overreacted and said some things that we shouldn't have. He apologized to me, and I haven't really spoken to him. I wanted to buy a ring to replace the one that was stolen, and there's a new jewelry shop in Drezen. It's owned by Sunhammer, the same jeweler who made the first ring. Oh, okay. Great idea. I'd love to stretch my legs for a bit. Great. Well then, we'll see you at the jewelry shop. It's the east of the city. Nice. And that's Zacharias. Yep. Zacharias' piercing cold gaze lingers on you. Student, many eager followers are dying in your crusade. Your necromancers toil indefatigably, bringing them back as ferocious but disposable servants. And yet many among these dead have proven their value and earned the respect of their peers through feats of strength or ingenuity. It would be wasteful to raise them as mindless minions. We can instruct our mages to treat their bodies with special care and bring them back as more powerful retainers. Ooh. Ilyanka's eyes light up with inspiration, or we can follow the custom of the warriors who serve the Whispering Way. The most capable and talented fighters have the honor of undergoing rites that prepare them for a future unlife even before they die. When the Pallid Princess claims them, they return not as common undead, but as the champions of death itself. Septimus motions for your attention with a slight gesture. We have the tools required to reduce the number of crusaders we lose. We can tell the champions perishing in the infirmaries about the good could achieve even after death. As vampires, your warriors will surely appreciate this opportunity. So this is my undead route, I see. Elyanka Septimus, will you be advising me now too? The old woman bows proudly. I'm here to prove how useful it is to count the Whispering Way among your allies. We know many secrets of death, plus know how to survive among those who consider necromancy criminal or even sinful. Geb sent me on a diplomatic mission. If my position as my advisor helps to prove the sincerity of our intentions, then I am pleased to be of service, Commander. I'll hear your opinion one more time. Creating powerful undead is a labor-intensive process. Undead servants raised by novices can only perform the most basic tasks, but an adept can invest more time to bestow more complex commands into the mind of the newly created creature, preserving more of the skills it used to have. Sometimes it's worth to spend as much time on a single corpse a novice could use to raise 10, as it gives a useful and quick-witted minion instead. I'm sure your warriors are familiar with me and my associates by now. They will listen to us. Septimus allows himself a brief smile. Besides, vampirism is a gift we are going to bestow only upon the most disciplined and honorable soldiers. I have no intention of spawning immortal bandits in your army, as they could be dangerous even to their own brother in arms. The Whispering Way has have been always surrounded by enemies, which made us perfect our weapons. Our warriors who proved their worth while still alive are anointed with soil from the grave, and then receive necromantic communion to infuse their bodies with negative energy. It sleeps until they perish, awakens at the moment of their demise, and transforms its bearers into something more formidable. And before you ask, I too have undergone this ritual, and consider it to be an honor. So let's see. Armies get a replenishment of skeleton sharpshooters equal to... okay, after a victory. Oh, interesting. I get replenishment of skeleton sharpshooters now. Skeleton sharpshooters, right? They're like crossbow ones. Elyanka, armies get a replenishment of skeleton champions. Or... of vampires. Yeah, I think having sharpshooters make the most sense, because I like the ranged units in the battles. Yeah, sure. So be it. It is important to separate the wheat from the chaff. Those who have distinguished themselves in life will prove worthy after death as well. Very well, it is decided. I can afford no more time for this trifling matter. Await my next visit, student. Okay, cool. Sure, I get skeleton sharpshooters now. Although vampires are pretty cool too. This is jewelry shop. I love how they have no walking animation. They just float. Derek Sunhammer, do my eyes deceive me? The victorious Knight Commander himself has paid a visit to my shop. Such an honor, such an honor. A dignified dwarf in luxurious, beautifully adorned garment bows to you. Before turning to Sela, you are most welcome as well, Iomedes faithful. It is a pleasure to see so many brave crusaders within these walls. I am Derek Sunhammer, the jeweler. The shop is one of the many that I own. Ah, Master Derek himself. I heard the only place one is likely to bump into him is at a royal reception. Not at all. My wares are expensive, not least because I have to buy costly metals and gems, and also pay for the security of shops and workshops throughout Mendev and beyond its borders. My prices limit the circle of my clientele, but that doesn't mean I myself shun all those who are not in possession of a noble title. Master Derek gives you a warm smile. I must say again, I'm very glad to see you here. Why did you decide to open a shop on the front line of the war? There are two sides to me, if I can put it that way. I am both a merchant and an artist. For the artist in me, the crusade is a limitless source of inspiration. In recent years, I've crafted very few delicate items, plant and flower patterns, you know. My current preference is for heavier, larger jewelry, dark metal, expressive gems, and cool colors. Everything that reminds me of steel armor, the calming weight of a shield in your hand, and the clash of weapons. But the merchant in me sees something else in Drezen, a risky but potentially fruitful new market. If you succeed in your noble cause and defeat, or at least push back the demons, the city will thrive, and whoever is first to make a splash here will reap the rewards. Those are my motives, inspiration and greed in equal measure. Master Derek makes a helpless gesture. Sela wants to talk to you about something. You have my full attention. The dwarf strokes his beard. It's simple, Master. You might remember that a while ago, Sir Elon of the Hound Hearts ordered a ring from you, a silvery ring with a blue-green gem. I would like to buy something similar, but I only have this much money. Sela shows him her coin purse. If what Sela is offering is not enough, I'll help. Come on, Mickey Mouse. Sela's embarrassed. I only invited you along for advice. I can handle the expenses myself. Oh, I would advise you to not reject the commander's help out of hand. With his participation, I can offer you something truly special that fits your description perfectly. A ring with a blue-green gem, just as you've described. This is one of my latest creations, and I'm very proud of it. Alas, your own funds, my dear, are only enough for my plainest rings, and the gem in it is not the right color. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, sure. Add 1,000 gold coins. We need the very best. Yeah, sure. Sela sent to a grateful look. Sure. I have time to be good now. Master Derek lowers his head respectfully and retrieves a box from the bag on his belt, opening it to reveal an exquisite ring with a glittering blue-green jewel. He lets the light play on the gem's facets, then places the box in Sela's hands. This is a special item. I'm glad to see it go to someone as worthy as yourself, for how could the commander's friend be anything but? May it bring good fortune to its owner. Now, if you excuse me, I don't usually make sales in my own shop. I have golems for that. Besides, I prefer spending my time on my workbench, not behind the counter. But I was glad to serve you, Commander, and your valiant companion. All the best. Yep. Thank you. Okay, nice. Well, that's that done. Sela stows the ring box. Come with me to the barracks to give the ring to Elon, will you? After that, we can go to the tavern and have a few drinks. Are you happy with what you bought? Well, yes. The truth is, I just needed a reason to talk to him and show that I want us to patch things up. I'm not great at this friendship stuff, but I'm trying. Okay, let's go. My only dealings with jewelry were back when I used to steal it. Even remembering it makes me sick. Drezen is a nice little town, and since we got here, it's really transformed. It looks better than ever. Yep, better than ever, huh? I don't care what anybody else says. I like life in the Crusade. So many different people, and everyone has been united by a common goal. When I go to praise of the Sword of Valor, this feeling of total calm comes over me. It's like looking around you, Sela. Okay, it's too fast. The fortress walls won't protect us against the flying demons, of course, but still I can't help but breathing a little easier when I'm behind them. A nice walking animation, Sela. It's very immersive. Alright. Oh, no. Okay. Sela, Knight Commander. Elon seems a little discomfited. Good to see you. Not this again. Well, to avoid a drawn-out conversation, I'll just get to the point. I got you a gift. It's, well, a ring to replace the one Curl stole. Oh, Sela, thank you so much, but you shouldn't have. I've already apologized to you for how I behaved back at the camp. And I'll say it again, I don't blame you for anything. We fought shoulder to shoulder here in Drezen. Can't we just let bygones be bygones? Sure we can, but take the present. Your wedding is right around the corner. Sela puts the ring in the knight's hand. Do you still distrust me and the power I've been granted, Elon? The knight endures your look and answers smoothly. Yes, Commander, I still have my doubts. I'm just a warrior. I have faith in the gods' will, but I'm used to relying on things I can understand, things I know. An honest sword, a prayer passed down through the generations. Don't take it as a sign of disrespect. It would be more disrespectful to lie to your face. Did you know we found Jana? After she ran off, she was taken prisoner by demons. So I heard, and I'm not surprised. She didn't just let us down, she let herself down too. By the way, where is the long-awaited wedding? Very soon. That's what I want to talk to you about. It would be a tremendous honor if you would come to my wedding. We're going to hold it not far from the walls of Drezen, to the east towards the river. Sela's already been invited, and now I'm asking you. You showed so much kindness to me when you helped me look for that ill-fated ring. I simply must repay you back somehow. Besides, Kiana would simply love to meet you, and I can't deny her anything. Ah, this is great. Say you'll go, Mickey Mouse. We'll have so much fun. Aren't you worried about holding the wedding outside the city walls? Yeah, that sounds like a terrible idea. We chose a place that is still within range of the holy power of the Sword of Valor. My fellow Houndhearts will be there, and Kiana and her friends know how to handle themselves. Of course, the location is not entirely risk-free. Nowhere in the world wound is, but it's as protected as can be, and the territory has been much calmer since your victory. Okay, I'll be there. Thank you, Commander, and you, Sela, for the gift. Wedding meadow has been revealed. Okay, sure. So long, my friend. Sela turns to you. Thank you for coming for a walk with me. It's nice to take a breather between fights sometimes. I hope we have a good time at the wedding. All these battles and divine powers, we need to make sure we don't lose touch with the ordinary life. I got a bad feeling about this, guys. I really do. Okay. Salute. Okay. Anyways, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Yeah. Next episode, we're probably gonna go to a wedding with Elon and Kiana. Hopefully nothing bad happens. And yeah, we're gonna go wait for Queen Galfrey and her army to march over here and take out the Midnight Fane or whatever. Yep, and finish the crusade off once and for all, maybe? Probably not. But, you know, at least move forward in that direction. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed playing it. And I hope to see you all next time. But until then, goodbye for now.